Our Europe editor Catherine Nicholson is covering events for us in Strasbourg. She joins us now. Catherine, tell us about the motion which has been passed overwhelmingly by the European Parliament. How have events played out there today?
Well, the vote on Hungary really has been the buzz of the day, as you said. The debate on it happened yesterday. We heard a presentation of the report, the motion that's being brought against Hungary by its author, Judith Sargentini. It listed some specific examples of breaches of rule of law, of democracy, degradation of the judiciary. For example, the report stated that many members of the judiciary had been forced to retire and then been replaced by judges chosen by the government, so saying that that's a degradation of citizens' fundamental right to independent judiciary in Hungary. It also talked about human rights for Hungarian citizens, the treatment of refugees. We heard Viktor Orban give a very defiant response to that yesterday, and he predicted the result today. He said in his very first comments, "I know that you're going to vote in favour of this motion, you're going to vote against me." But essentially for him, he sees this as a witch hunt against Hungary. That's how he was framing it. He was talking about how Hungary has Christian values. Hungary is a country that's defended democracy, while others in Europe have inherited their democracy. So really quite a clash here. And what was key today was which way the members of his own political family were going to be voting. Viktor Orban, a member of the centre-right EPP group. It's the biggest group in Parliament. And it does seem that that group in the end was split. They did not vote with their own member. At least half of them, we believe, have voted against Viktor Orban. We'll be getting the names in a few minutes' time, so we can tell you specifically how many EPP members voted against Viktor Orban. But that is very significant because, of course, normally these political families stay together. But it does seem that it was the EPP that allowed this two-thirds majority to go through. Only by around about a 20-vote margin, I ought to say, but still a two-third majority of the European Parliament taking this unprecedented step in this unprecedented vote today.
And Catherine, just tell us, what does this all mean for Hungary? The ultimate decision, of course, in terms of punitive measures, won't actually be decided by the European Parliament itself, will it?
No, that's quite right. What people need to remember is that the European Parliament is just one of the decision-making bodies within the European Union. The ultimate decision on whether to sanction Hungary would be taken at the council level. The council is made up of the individual heads of state and government of the member states. So Emmanuel Macron, Angela Merkel, Theresa May, the heads of state and government will take that final decision. And we already know that these sanctions against Hungary will be blocked. Hungary has a pact with Poland, another country that's had the threat of this Article 7 proceedings. They have a pact that they will veto the proceedings against each other. So it does seem almost certain that Hungary will not see its voting rights suspended. But this doesn't make this any less of a powerful decision today by the European Parliament. As I said, it's an unprecedented vote at the Parliament, and it clearly shows as well that those centre-right politicians do see that Viktor Orban, for them, has gone too far into authoritarianism. People are talking here about whether he will remain a member of that centre-right group that splits and fractures the political landscape once again. And this is at a key time as well. We've got European elections coming up in May. A lot of the members of the far right of the European Parliament really seeing this as an opportunity to bolster their forces, seeing Viktor Orban as very much a leader for their nationalistic type of causes. So it doesn't stop here. We will be closely following where this all leads in the weeks and months ahead.
Thank you, Catherine. That's Catherine Nicholson, our Europe editor, following events for us there in Strasbourg. We'll